This Monday, like I'm kind of nervous about
Hey, yo,
that.
when's the next scrim though? When's the next scrim?
ACC goes, man.
Dude, I love when he's
sometime next
scoring
week.
and not counting. Let's
Get
go,
clapped,
dude.
kids. Get clapped.
Hey, Vibin, we were just fucking around when we said you were cheating. You
why
actually
did
got
Lecter
banned.
strat talk?
No, I know, cause I'm not
I was
cheating.
just joking. I know.
Yeah,
we
dude,
were
yeah,
joking.
imagine
I don't
cheating.
know where A6 like, oh, you're
Yeah,
cheating,
no.
I
you're
guess
cheating.
you sound
What?
like that's even
He's not
better.
cheating.
Yo,
It's
we
fucking
were-
good.
Vibin,
It's
dude, the
hard.
fact that you sound so young is even
Yeah,
better.
it's like I'm 10, bro. How am I supposed to get cheats?
I'm not cheating.
I'm bet.
Yeah, Ivan definitely wasn't cheating. He screenshot for me, and I was looking at all the shit. There was nothing.
Oh, you guys
Yo,
got
why
shot on,
don't
bro.
why don't we
So
all
what
just say
is
we're all
it?
cheating? Why don't we just say
Imagine
I'm
cheating.
Everyone say you're cheating and
Imagine
listen to
losing
Pearl.
to Pearl.
Imagine losing to fucking Pearl. You guys are shit.
I am bailed. I'm still banned.
How do you lose to Pearl? You're fucking shit.
I'm still banned on everything. I literally can't talk on anything.
I can get a team of coppers.
Guys, the only thing that needs to be known is that Billy's the best player.
People are
Imagine losing to a copper
toxic.
team. Imagine losing to a
Billy
copper
just
team.
called himself the best player in the
Imagine
league?
losing to a copper team, bro.
Wait, why is everyone leaving? Why are we getting dragged
Hate to
somewhere?
see it.
Bro, I was
There's
flat
so many
three
people in this
earlier,
goddamn
so-
chat.
Why you guys so
Imagine
toxic?
losing to a
Fucking
copper
God.
team.
Why are you so bad?
Dude,
Why are you so bad?
dude, the protest was, dude, the protest was
Imagine having-
unfair. Also, wait,
shut up.
guys,
I thought we were irrelevant, dog.
guys.
Damn!
No.
Stick runs with these guys.
Look what
runs-
Jake is saying.
Yeah.
Hey,
Somebody once
yo.
told me that A-Stick was the homie, that he rigged the bracket in games, but he still lost.
Oh my
It's a riot. It's a riot. Oh no.
Damn, that really made me mute everyone. That's how it's gonna be. 4 minutes, then we'll talk.
Yo, I6 gone. I'm gonna unmute everyone. Hold on.
Oh. Oh no, it's just us. Boys, we will be the voice of you.
Oh, he took away my admin.
Oh no.
Sparks, what are you doing? Sparks, what are you doing?
Huh? I'm unmuting
What are you
to
doing?
talk to my
You
boys.
don't unmute them.
You fucking
Why?
banned me and
Basic,
everything.
I was never a part of anything.
You banned me.
gonna be about 2 minutes, boys.
So what happened? Oof. So what happened was during a game, a person was called out for cheating, Vibin. I think he's in the channel. And Vergence, which is iStick's the guy that fucking runs the game, team lost to Pearl. Pearl's considered the worst team. Like, we clapped them, like, not even, I think it was last week we played them, and just destroyed them. And they lost the first one, and then they got caught. Vergence lost the first one to Pearl. And they were, then the iStick, who decided to say, okay. Decided to say that he was cheating, and they took that point away, and so they replayed him, and it was like 7-2. They got destroyed. And so this is the protest of iStick being a dick.
There we are. Frost, just mute your mic. Let's see.
Literally, this is almost
Do you have
like
any mods in here?
90% of the thing.
Anyone?
We do.
Oh,
Don't
okay,
worry.
okay, awesome.
I can also do it.
Okay. Yeah, I got you. So just real quick, I want to just go ahead and say this is how it's gonna run. I'm gonna tell you what went down during the protest. If you genuinely want to talk, you're gonna DM me. I'm gonna tell you when you're gonna talk, obviously, but here's how it's basically gonna go. So here's what happened. We need every player to run Moss. Again, it's in the league rules. We have all players must enable and use Moss during games. And after Vibin was found not using Moss after a game, after CJ raised the protest, or it was me, or it was Lycan, I forget.
Ooh.
Vibin was found not using Moss, so he was disqualified. And again, when you're disqualified, the match is forfeited on the team that was raised the protest against. And again, the reason that you guys keep bringing up Dying, but Dying got a second chance to play the second game with Moss for the strict reason because we didn't need Moss to be enabled at that time. And again, we do have Moss to be enabled for all players. And basically, yeah. So Kento wants to talk. Kento, I'm gonna unmute you in a sec.
I think that's head of Vengeance.
There you go. Kento, you're good.
Yo.
Yeah.
So, you know Vibin, right?
Yeah.
I understand
Oh, he's a
he
part of
didn't
Rural.
use Moss, right? But, dude, come on. He's not a cheater and you know him personally.
It's not even about the cheating. It's he didn't use Moss. That disqualifies him. That forfeits the first game.
Yeah, but
any game that
also
he
it's
was
just-
in, it forfeits for them.
Okay, I understand that, but like, there's a lot of other things that were going on too, especially on your side since you're repping Vengeance, Vengeance, whatever you want to call it, Virgins, whatever. I don't care. So like, you literally, it may be a joke, it may not, but like, you literally texted.
That
this
is
morning saying to throw. You literally
Yeah,
said to throw the match for Vengeance with a heart.
I do take responsibility for that. And again, I was talking to him as a friend. But again, that is all fun and games. I take responsibility if you did take that in a bad way. But do you have anything to say about the protest?
I just think it's dumb, especially because we're like the quote unquote worst team, like the team that wasn't supposed to win that, and we come into it, and nobody expects us to win. They're number 1, we're number 10. We're playing. One of our players doesn't have Moss on, but you know he's not a cheater, and I know it was an accident.
I don't.
I know how that works, but I'm just saying that should have been our game. Like that, I'm disappointed in him for not turning on Moss, but at the same time, that would have been like our first like league win. And especially because it was against the #1 team, it just makes it like all the worse word, and it makes it also suspicious because you rep them. That's
But
why
does
everyone's
that
really
does
mad.
that
And you gave like I don't know. It's just
no? Are you done? It's up to you. Okay, but again, that had nothing to do with the protest.
wait 1 second. Can you unmute Vibin? He wants to talk on behalf of himself.
What's his name? Let's
Vibin.
see. Yeah, I know. Andrew wanted to go next though. Vibin's going after Andrew.
Alright.
Andrew, you're good.
All right. So playing in the game with him, I like he told like I knew he wasn't cheating at all. He's just a good player, and you know that's something you don't want to see, obviously. And like Moss or not, I know for a damn fact he's not fucking cheating, and I don't know. That's just a fucked up situation. Like honestly, I just think it's fucked. I wouldn't be surprised if other teams left. That's you're gonna handle it. First of all, you're repping the team, right? So I think that's even worse, honestly. And then we have the technically worst team in the league, I guess you could say, playing the #1 team. We blow them out, and of course you're pissed about it, which makes sense. It's your team. You're a fucking bitch. You're pissed, right? And then we fucking we win. Obviously, we win 2-1. Whole Twitch chat proved it. We won 2-1. And I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if other teams left. If that's the way you're gonna handle it. I wouldn't be surprised at all. Honestly, like there's plenty of leagues that fucking playing.
Are you done?
Yeah, I just think it's a terrible way
so
to handle your fucking situation.
What went wrong about the actual protest? Like, what was wrong there? I mean,
He
like,
wasn't
I mean, all the.
dumbass.
But here's the thing.
You don't
Here's the thing.
understand about
The
that.
players don't know if you're cheating or not.
Fucking mad. Your team lost. Yeah.
All right, you're good. Vibin's going next then. What's up,
Hey,
Vibin?
yeah. So I can explain why I couldn't use moss, cause I have a virus protector where I could get a virus from using that type of moss, right? And the PC's blocking me from using that moss, so I couldn't load into the files and stuff. And yeah, I couldn't turn off the virus protector. And yeah, that's literally why I couldn't use
Yeah.
moss.
Are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay, but again, when you were playing the game, you didn't have moss enabled, and we do require that every player has moss enabled. It's either you forfeit the match, or you can simply send the moss files. But again, you didn't have it enabled. I'm sorry that you had. I'm sorry that your PC had issues. I totally understand. But there's really no way for anyone else to tell that you're not cheating. So we're sorry.
Hold on. I'm not done real quick. So wait, I forgot what I was
Yeah,
gonna
just
say.
turn down your
I'm in a
microphone.
rank. I'm in a rank right now. Yeah.
Okay, you can talk after then.
All right.
And then we are going to Bellin next. What's up, Bellin?
Hey. All right, yo. I think after the game, everyone, as soon as you finish the game, like the second match, you know what I mean, should throw their moss files without like being hesitant. Like I feel like as soon as the game is over, and everyone sees that like the game is done, you should throw in your moss files because I don't think anyone's doing that. You know what I mean? A-Stick?
What did you say? Say it again.
I think
My
it's
bad.
fair if both teams, as soon as the game finishes, everyone should just throw in their moss files. And if you don't, you get DQ'd no matter what because that's just, it's not proving what you did in the game, if you're cheating or not. Like I could be running moss, someone protest against me, and then let's say I like my moss or like real or shit, whatever. I can still, someone else could be cheating on another team, and you wouldn't even know.
All you have to do is raise a protest. I mean.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's better if everyone puts it in, and like, I feel like you should get warnings if you don't. If your team doesn't put in the moss file, I feel like their team should get warnings, and after 2 warnings, you get disqualified. Your whole team. I think that's fair.
So if a cheater, does enable moss, they can sort of get away with it for 1 game.
Well, no. I'm saying like, okay, so like if there was a cheater, so like from now on, like I feel like this should be the rule now. If you don't have moss running, you shouldn't even be able to play. Like,
well, that's what we do.
Yeah, so like right now, if like from now on, if someone gets caught with not using moss, you get banned immediately. You're not you, but well, you or either your whole team. It depends on how you want to do it. But I feel like you should have 2 warnings if your team doesn't have moss files, and then the whole team just gets disqualified.
Yeah, that's exactly what we do. We do 1 player. If he doesn't have moss, he's automatically disqualified.
Yeah.
If it happens twice on the same team, the team itself is disqualified. So.
Yeah, but I'm also like trying to tell you, like, if they don't post their moss after the game, the whole entire
Agreed.
both teams, I feel like
Yeah.
they should just get DQ'd for that game. And
The
lose
whole
lose
point
game.
of not having the teams like all have to put in the moss files after the game is because putting moss files in is kind of annoying. So that's why
It
we
is.
only did it. That's why we only did it for if there's an actual protest. But we do understand where you're coming from, and it is pretty
Yeah.
smart. And we will talk about implementing that because that is a good suggestion.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
it's just more people would trust you more with this server because right
Mm-hmm.
now like shit's going on. They're not looking at this league anymore like as a real league. You
Yeah.
understand?
By the way, Andrew, we can't use ESL wire, but yeah, Bellin, I agree with you. But putting everyone's moss is tedious. But again, all you have to do is go to an admin and simply ask for the whatchamacallit. Ask to protest any player, and simply if you don't send the moss files, you're done. And we can't use ESL wire because it's whatchamacallit.
It's a proprietary software. You have to be
Exactly.
part of. You have to be like a major ESL league in order to use it.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, I just want to say GG's.
Yeah,
for tonight's
GG's guys.
game.
Most definitely.
You can mute me now.
Thanks, Bellin. Yep. Next we have Pokiri. We're gonna go through 3 more. Any more questions? Just go to me or an admin. What's up, Pokiri?
I have a question.
No, the only thing that I thought was wrong with the protest was that you guys were just banning people left and right, man. I mean, the whole thing is he didn't have moss, right?
Mhm.
And so, yeah, that's kind of screwed up. But number one, you guys don't have a moss drop box at the end. So even when we were protested or whatever yesterday,
Yeah.
we had to go through a whole thing
You
to
just-
get it to you guys, and it
Yeah, you
was
just,
it was pretty frustrating. And that kind of brings up the whole thing, like, okay, so why can't the other team just protest the entire team and make them all put in their moss every single
They
time?
can. They can.
So yeah, so then people are just gonna do that.
They can.
But
do
it's
that,
just
yeah.
the fact that you guys were just like, no, just chill, we're gonna go on to the next game. Just this guy's not gonna play when it's his, what was this? It was his debut game in this league, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like, you're just gonna tell some kid that came in, and what's the age limit on this league?
13.
Yeah. So you're gonna tell someone that could be 13.
Uh-huh.
Okay. You forgot to put in this software, or you forgot to turn it on, or somehow it glitched out. Well, because of the fact that you weren't able to catch this before the game, and so you guys didn't have a sub because this is T4 league, so nobody really has subs. Because of that, you guys are gonna lose a game. And also, you're gonna be disqualified entirely because something
Yeah,
on
the
your
player will
computer
be.
screwed up. So that's just like, what if it's something because he doesn't have enough, because something screwed up because he doesn't have money to replace something, or just something screwed up. He's like, what if he's a 13-year-old, bro? You're
It
really
really
gonna like?
all depends on the situation. If someone's actually having a problem, like running
Yeah.
moss, we would
Yeah,
understand.
he did. I thought that was the issue.
Pokiri,
No, he
I
has
want
the
you.
capabilities
Hold
to
on.
run moss.
Hold on. Pokiri, I just want you to think about this for a sec. I'm not saying Vibin did or didn't cheat. Let's say another person protested, some guy, and he actually was cheating, but he said that his Windows Defender blocked him from using moss. Like,
Exactly, which is why you say, all right, so you can either choose to play in this next game with moss, or you can't play. But
so
like, didn't you guys just disqualify him straight away?
Yeah.
Yeah, so why not give
Because
him
it's
the
a
option to
requirement
fix
to run
his
moss.
moss? Well, yeah, but clearly his computer wouldn't let him do it, right?
Yeah. But
So
again, that's not one
Did you
of
give him time to fix it?
a problem on our end. Well, he can't re-record. He can't go back.
Well, yeah, but you go into the
in
next
time.
game. If he's not cheating in the next game, then he probably wasn't cheating in the first.
He can turn it off. Just like Dying tried to do. And that's why Dying was
Well,
banned.
yeah, but then you get a fair game, and if you win that next game,
Not
then you
really.
win the next game. I'm just saying, like,
The problem
this stuff
is that
sounds
only
like it
solved
was
it
just
for one
pretty
game.
unfair for this kid. Like, sorry, it's just like, it doesn't seem like this is that serious of a league, and you're just going through banning everyone in the Twitch that disagreed with you. You mute everyone in the server that disagrees with you.
No.
Because you didn't want to hear anything during the game.
It's not banning people that disagree with me. It's banning people that talk about the situation. I didn't want anybody to talk about this situation until we get to the discussion itself.
Okay,
Got it?
it's because it's just like there is a huge also issue with the fact that there's a bunch of stuff going around about you rigging the stuff so your team has the easiest games. And then there's the whole thing where you told them to throw. Like on Monday, are we gonna get a message telling us to throw, and then you're gonna like find a way to disqualify our Moss? Because you're the one that goes through the Moss files, right?
Yeah.
Are you gonna tell us our Moss
No,
file shows
it
cheating
also
if
goes
you
through.
protest?
All the links go to each admin.
All right, it seems like one person at the very top is commanding everything, and that person also has a team in this league that he benefits from winning. That's a huge I don't remember what the thing's called, but it's like the whole TSM double lift scandal. Like this shit's just like you guys are mixing each other up so much. I mean, your team's also on the top, so it's like clearly whatever you've been doing is working. Because yeah, and I don't know why you haven't updated the leaderboards yet.
Oh yeah, I'll do that
It's
on
supposed to be
challenge.
live,
Yeah.
and you're telling our
That's my
team to
bad.
give you a minute, and then you just haven't updated that you guys got a tie or a loss or whatever.
Yep. Got you. Is that all you had to say?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome. So real quick, Hydra, you wanted to ask something? Hydra.
I don't know. I'm just here. Just support. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Go ahead.
Zyrene
Yeah.
is talking next. Then we're going last to Kento. Then we're done.
Virgins for life.
Yeah, Zyrene, you're unmuted.
All right, let me that boy up. All right. So like, can we see everybody's Moss files on the enemy team then? Because
Yep, you can. All the mods go through it, not just me. So you know, I'm not.
It'd be nice to see everybody send the whole team send them.
Yeah,
that first
but
game, and
again,
even
you know,
second.
each team doesn't see, like the other team doesn't see the mods files. It's only admins, mods, and me, of course.
Okay. So my question is, why did our owner get a message saying we couldn't use 2 of our players this morning?
Oh yeah, again, I didn't want a complete roster change, and that's something that we're gonna implement in season 2. But you know,
So that was like a rule
coming in
change
season 2.
in the second.
No,
like-
it wasn't. It wasn't. But
Well-
we're implementing it season 2.
Because like
We were discussing about it earlier, but
because those guys have been on our team for like 2 weeks now, or maybe no,
Mhm.
not 2 weeks, maybe like a week and a little bit more, like right after our last week's game.
yeah.
And so like, and also the kid's young. Like I tried to help him before the game open Moss,
Yeah.
and it's not an easy thing to do. Like it's not like straightforward, you know. Like to a certain
Oh,
extent,
they're like direct whatchamacallit, instructions. If you go to league rules, there's how to use Moss, start Moss, foul parameters, everything's in there. It's the
And-
same. It's literally copy paste from ESL. So
it's like he said something at the beginning of the game, like I can't get my Moss to work, and
you
nobody
didn't say
said
that
it.
to any of the mods.
I recall someone's it was either Boss or him. I don't know if it was
Nothing
the
for
second
mods.
or the first room, but he didn't say it in the mod. But I mean, if someone can say in chat, "Hey, he's cheating and he has to get his Moss files," then why can't he say in chat, "Hey, I wanna
He
I
didn't
can't
say
figure
it.
out." He did though.
Where I'm
It's
sorry.
either
if he
him or
didn't
Boss.
say it, but-
I mean, I don't know.
And again, people can say whatever they want in chat. But everything, if you're gonna go through something, it's gonna have to go through admins. Again, the protests go through admins, not the text chat. So
like what? I don't think that the match should just be like complete. If anything, if you think he's a cheater, then just replay the first map without him. So that way we're not getting penalized because a 13-year-old didn't run the Moss files.
yeah, but we don't do replays after there's a DQ. For time's sake, we did the same thing. We were gonna do the same thing last time, but we just realized that an off-stream game after the match would take way too long, and it really isn't viable for us. Just imagine this as any other league. They do the same exact thing. They don't replay it if they don't have Moss files. They simply get disqualified. Well, their entire team gets disqualified for not having Moss, not just the player. So
I also think other leagues are way more set up.
no, we do the exact same thing.
I guess.
Yeah.
I mean, It doesn't seem right.
I
at
mean,
all.
have you played a Go 4 before?
I want to go for. Yes.
Okay. Okay.
It doesn't seem like. I would like to see everybody's like all the versions or however you say their MOS files from that game, and then I would like to know how. I would like to know why one guy got another chance but he didn't, and he's a kid
It was
getting
dying.
automatically
Okay.
banned.
Okay.
Right?
I went through the same exact thing. When during the time of dying, we didn't require MOS files to be used. So again,
And shouldn't
he
be
had the
rules
second chance
preset
only.
before a league start and not be changing every day like this seems like it
Yeah,
is.
I know, but do you want hackers this entire season? Like,
I don't want hackers, but he's not hacking. Do you think he was legitimately hacking?
I mean, MOS protects us from that. So.
I mean, that's like watching someone in silver crouch walk around and saying, "Well, he doesn't have MOS files, but I think he's cheating." Like,
Yeah. The same thing happens with ESL. Other
don't-
than that, are you done?
Yeah, sure.
All right, thank you. So we were going to go to Kento, and then we'll just let Otto go, and then we're actually gonna be done. So, Kento, you're unmuted.
Yo.
Mhm.
I just wanted to bring up one more subject.
Yeah.
And it was on like exactly like how we were just like explaining things. And I just think that it's reasonable that a league owner should not have his own team in the league. Does that make sense? Because that's just like the team owner, like the league owner can do anything in their power to have their team win, and I feel like that's exactly what's happening here. I don't know if it's exactly what you're trying to do. I know you're trying to make it like
Yeah.
kind of fair, but like it was just kind of fishy that you like. I know all the games were set up in the beginning of the season.
Yeah.
Right, so I know that, and I agreed earlier that I messed up on bringing that up. But honestly, I just think that if you own a league, then you should not be standing for any team. You should not be biased for any team. You should not be on any team, and that's just my opinion on it.
Just real quick. Can you tell me where we rigged? Because apparently we
there's-
rigged it in any way we could. So.
Well, like it's so fishy because like there's so many things going on right now that you're like defending.
Like what?
Like this morning, too. Whenever you said that you just said that you were gonna implement those roles season 2, but
Season 2, yeah, not this season.
yeah, but you literally I have screenshots of this morning you saying that we had to replace like one of the 3 people that you.
I'm saying I prefer if you did.
Yeah, and then I fought
just
for
not
it,
replacing
and
your
then
entire roster.
Yeah, and then
Mhm.
we didn't replace our entire roster. I moved 2 people, and that's what you said the limit was, and you didn't even change that.
Yeah, I
You
know,
said that
I
was
know.
getting changed season 2. So
And again, it was just preference, me telling you preference. It wasn't really me forcing you. I wasn't going to disqualify you for doing so. But again, Virgin's got the easiest bracket is also false. It's you put in the teams. Once you put in the teams, you go to the group stage.
I literally just said that.
Oh no! I'm talking about in the chat. Sorry, my bad. Are you done now?
Yeah, pretty much. I'm just saying,
Okay.
like, that kind of annoyed me this morning because, like,
Yeah.
we didn't make a whole entire roster change. We just moved 2 people. And you were, like, saying that I had to change 2 people from my roster. And then you were like, you got to replace either Zach or Coyote or... Here, let me find it. You said, like... I think you said, like... I don't know who you said. It was... I have the screenshot.
Otto, you're gonna talk after this. Here, let me unmute you. Otto, you're not even in call. Let's see. Like to say something after Otto rewinds. Yeah. Let me. Is your name Lycan? There you are. You're unmuted.
Hello?
Yeah, what's up?
Alright, first of all, I want to get something off my chest. Stop fucking coming after A-Stick for rigging the bracket. There have been teams that have dropped out and teams that have been implemented into the league. First of all, we've played against Megalodon, In week 4, we play against Darkstar, who is supposedly the best new team. However, there were things seen on stream that were not in context with the requirements for us having to sit there for 30 straight minutes waiting for them to get 2 subs, along with Moss files that Frost requested, and other things stipulated to that. However, you guys are going to sit here and complain saying that, oh, we shouldn't run Moss, we shouldn't run ESL Wire. Well, grow the fuck up. You're in an ESL.
Okay.
Sorry, a league.
Language though. Yeah.
You're in a league playing against other teams, competitive teams, and you're going to sit here and complain to the owner for rigging the brackets and other thing else, yet we have other things to go over specifically. And I just don't get it. Like, good game to Pearl. There was a lot of good kills. I'll admit, I enjoyed it. I mean, for my first league game ever, I mean, it's kind of fucking ruined now. So all I can say is just let the past die down. You know, Astig might have his fun saying throw. I mean, I've done that before too. Not here, of course, but then again, have your fun. Stop coming after him. He's the one that brought this league. He's the one that brought the fun. Fucking thank him for doing it. And I'm done.
Yeah. All right, is that all? All right. I didn't mute you, by the way. You left, Kento, but I'll unmute you again. Where's your name? Kento. There you are. You're unmuted.
All right. I got a DM from one of my players, and hold on. Where's it at? Oh, there it is. He said that there should be a poll, which I agree with. There should be a poll without the whole entire league, that not either Pearl or Vengeance should be able to vote on. Every other team and all of the fans should be able to vote on which team is in the right or wrong. Like if Pearl gets the tie or if Pearl gets the win. That's what he said. It's just smart.
Yeah, I don't think about doing that. But again, we all are taking your
and nobody said that we shouldn't do Moss. I don't know what you were talking about.
They were in chat. They're saying Moss is BS, but again, not about you. Not you. You're good. Is that all you had to say?
Yep.
Okay. There you go. So just real quick, we're taking all your suggestions into consideration. We obviously know that you guys had some unfairness or I don't know how to say it, but you guys know what I'm saying. But Phantom, I'll unmute you real quick. Phantom. Go ahead, Phantom.
Oh, well, no, I just wanted my text unmuted since there's like people in chat and stuff that like
okay.
saying some things that like that aren't correct at like some points,
Yeah.
but like, but I mean like saying like they should get kicked like they shouldn't, but like, I mean, it's whatever. I mean, Vibin shouldn't have been kicked just because of an error to run Moss and stuff. And then unmute Kento's like text chat as well, please.
Okay.
And it is pretty fun to play in a league as well. So
Are you good? Yeah. All right. If you have anything else to say, DM me so that I can unmute you real quick. If you have nothing else to say, I believe we are going to end this discussion then. Andrew. Okay, last thing, Andrew, what's up?
Bro, like, I think you should just give them what the fans want, the vote, bro. I think that's what you should do, honestly. Like, everyone wants to vote, bro. I don't know. I feel like you should give what the people want. If you want to make everyone happy, I think that's the happiest you can get it right now.
Yeah. Thanks for your input. I appreciate it.
I mean, if you just want to say no to me,
No. We're taking it into consideration. Don't worry.
I think you should do the vote, though. I think all the people would want that, in my opinion.
Yep. Thanks. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
All right. Thank you. Anyone? Last thing. Anyone want to talk? Okay, Kento. you're unmuted. You've been unmuted. You can't say.
For the third time.
You've been unmuted.
Bellin told me to say that, to call you out, saying that you changed the standings 2 times before the season started.
I never did.
I mean, that's what I'm.
Never
That's
did.
what. That's the DMs I'm listening to.
As soon as I press create group stage or finalize group stage.
But
I
okay,
can't
and
mess
also
with
I just wanted
standings
to make sure you. I just also wanted to make sure you understand that like it's not fair that the league owner like is in a team.
Hmm.
Because it's like it could. I'm not saying you are like 100%.
Yeah.
I'm just saying that most of the times it does go that way.
Okay.
Because that's why. But
Yeah.
Bellin also DM'd me saying that he wants what? No teams for what? You can tell him no teams on
Is that it?
Discord owners.
Is that it, Kenta?
Yeah, I just also wanted to say Pearl won fair and square. Dumbass beat.
All right. Thanks. Cool. I think we're gonna end here unless anyone DMs me in the next 10 seconds. But other than that, thank you guys. We do appreciate you guys. Just know that I'll unmute you, Cyborg, in a sec, and we are trying to make this as fair as possible. But you know, it is a little hard. Be a little bit considerate, but go ahead, Cyborg. Cyborg, you're unmuted. Cyborg, you have to unmute yourself.
All right, so
turn down your mic. Turn down your mic, please.
hypothetically, if we do say that Pearl wasn't running Moss, why would you just make it now? That if you protest,
Just make
the
what
other team
now?
doesn't have to make Moss. No, in addition, it appears that there's strong evidence that you DM'd a team saying 2 players couldn't play, and you also DM'd a player telling them to throw. So I think the allegations of a conflict of interest are pretty well founded.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Is that all you had to say?
Yes.
Awesome. And then Mercy's last, then we're good. Mercy. There you are. You're unmuted.
Alright, so one thing that I would like to take into consideration is that, one, it isn't really, like, in my personal opinion, a fair matching if you do, like, BO2s, because a lot of teams, I would say, are equally matched, but if you do a BO2, that means that a team that's equally matched is just always going to end up in a tie. So in that case, I personally think that when Vibin was DQ'd off the team, that it should have been the 2 subs play in a BO3 match to decide the winner of that, because then it would allow them to show that like they are still a normal team, or they should have been able to replay that first map. And I get that you're on like a scheduled time, you know what I mean, but like even setting that out for like an off day or whatever it is to do a replay of a map shouldn't be that hard. I mean, like a BO3 is usually what everyone does, because it is the #1 way to figure out who is the exact winner. Because I will admit, when we were going up against Eclipse, if they would have won one game, it would have been a tie. But that's where it's always a conflict, because it can end in a tie, and then we don't, one person or both teams get points. So then it's basically just the same. If you make it a BO3, you're guaranteed a winner each time. You know what I mean? But I personally think that things like that are just, in my personal opinion, a little bit unfair, because that's basically saying, if you don't win those first 2 games, then you don't have that outright skill, because you're basically relying on crushing that other team. And I personally think that the way that it should go is that with Vibin being removed off of Pearl, that it should either result in a first game rematch, or it should result in another game of a random choicing, whether it be observer or an agreed map of a BO3 to decide the ultimate winner, because sometimes the brackets do seem a little bit off. That's all I gotta say.
Awesome. Is that all?
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone lastly want to talk, just DM me. A-stick. All right. Other than that, this concludes our meeting then. I'm gonna go ahead, talk with our mods, our staff, see what we can do to help you guys. But again, we're taking consideration of you guys. We're trying to make this the best we can for you guys. And yeah, hope you guys have an awesome day. I'm gonna delete this text channel. We're gonna be locking general chat for a little bit while. We're gonna be leaving discussion up though. Other than that, hope you guys have a great day. Thank you for your concerns and everything. And again, we are listening and we do appreciate you. See you guys.